Capricorn Rising March 2021 is a busy month. You are sharing your voice, definitely looks like you're commuting or writing or doing something that takes a lot of your day-to-day energy. So if you're excited to dive into what exactly March holds for you and your rising sign, make sure that you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are always up to date with what the stars have in store for you. Hi, I'm Maren. I am a professional astrologer, author, and I combine ancient Hellenistic techniques with modern psychological techniques to give you some grounded guidance. This video is brought to you by our very own Modern Magic membership community, which is an amazing community of astrology enthusiasts who are all interested in learning, discussing, and growing together, with tons of exclusive perks like early access to content, exclusive secret content, live calls with me for every new and full moon, and more. So if you're interested in seeing how that starts out at just $7.77 a month, everything will be linked below. So we start at the beginning of the month with Saturn in your Aquarius 2nd house, squaring Uranus in your Taurus 5th house. And I have full videos up on Saturn in Aquarius and on the Great Conjunction in Aquarius. But for you, this is challenge, dedication, growth, maturity happening in your financial world that is at odds with some desire to rebel or break free in your creative or romantic world. So it could be that you suddenly want to spend all this money and treat yourself. Could be that you are experiencing an out of nowhere romance and that's really taking a toll on what you wanted to budget for and invest in more conservatively. So that's beginning of the month, a pretty major theme. Then by the middle of the month, the clear foundation of what the month is about comes to light, and that is the 10th through the 11th. The sun is conjoining Neptune in your Pisces 3rd house, which is like getting a download or inspired idea for a writing project, and you're like, this is clear, like, it's coming down to me and I'm gonna embark on this project or this day-to-day kind of routine content creation that I need to. On the 13th through the 14th, as Venus conjoins Neptune in your Pisces 3rd house, it's pretty clear that you're getting something good, some gift, some fortune, some out of nowhere like benevolence in your 3rd house of communication projects, writing projects, siblings, short-term travel. Could be that you're like moving in your neighborhood. Could apply. On the 14th, with there being a new moon in Pisces, like by the middle of the month, you're like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is my project. I'm inspired. I'm guided. World, this is what I'm after. Busy, but very creative, downloaded, like intuitive knowledge that you're putting into a kind of content or project. On the 20th, Mars in your Gemini 6th house is trining Saturn in your Aquarius 2nd house. So some frustration and some drive to get something done in your physical health or your coworker space is leading to you actually making better financial decisions. That's something where you're like, I need to invest in my health. I can't. With the 5th house activated, maybe if you're into like drinking or drugs and whatnot, it could be that you're realizing like this is too frivolous. I can't spend things that are not good for my physical health. It could be that you are now getting on top of like managing people that you work for or you work with or that work for you that are like spending money in a way that's not helpful for the business, and you're getting on top of that. 23rd through the 29th though, back to the 3rd house, is when the sun conjoins Venus in Pisces. So it's like you're getting clear about the values that you see this project having, and you're ready to take the private and make it a bit more public and put some news and some gifts out into the world with what you're writing or creating. Because then on the 28th, there's a full moon in your Libra 10th house, a chapter ending, a completion, a high point. When it comes to career, public image, things around the chapter in your career are worth celebrating because they're coming to a close as you move on to a different chapter. It doesn't mean you're quitting your job or losing your job, but it's like, yeah, that part of my work life ended then. On the 30th then, Mercury is conjoining Neptune in your Pisces 3rd house, an indication of getting good but possibly delusional news or feedback around this project. So watch out that any feedback or guidance you're getting by the end of the month is uplifting but not misleading. If you have any questions or anything you want to share coming up for you, let me know down below in a comment. I would love to see how this is resonating and playing out for you. Now for a tarot card for Capricorn Rising, we have the Two of Cups reversed, and the Two of Cups upright is a pretty naive, like, I feel great, this is lovely, this relationship is cute. With it reverse, it's pretty miserable. So it could be that you're suddenly like, I hate what I'm working on, I have to make a new reality for myself, because literally like that's the word I use when this is reverse, it's misery, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So it looks like maybe you're leaving a project or a dynamic that you're like, that's fucking misery. It's why you're embarking on this new project, because you're like, I'm gonna create the life I want and not work for someone who is creating misery for me. Work Your Light Oracle deck card. We have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising, you are the oracle. This could mean that with the third house activated, you're like starting a social media or a content kind of account, and you're like, I'm gonna speak my mind, I'm going to put out into the world what I find valuable information, I'm gonna embody the pillar of light without the tainting of some external matrix bullshit. Even though in some ways I like the matrix, depending on what it has to offer, so. If you would like to join us in the Modern Magic membership community, we would love to have you join for all the exclusive content, the group, the community, and all of the early access to my offerings that you do get with that. So if you're interested in joining the community and learning astrology, living astrology with us all, check that out below. In the meantime, like, subscribe, do all the things. It really helps out in the algorithm, so I appreciate it as always. Take care as we enter March and play out the spring of 2021, and I will see you in the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.